Alrighty then. I believe we're live. Finally. Yeah, looks like we're live. Got an excellent connection. Oh yeah. Excellent connection. Oh yeah, here we go. We're pimping now. We got an excellent connection. Yeah. What should we talk about tonight? I don't know. So much to talk about. It's not even funny. Crazy stuff going on in the world. The crazy weather. All kinds of stuff going on. Maybe ask people how they're doing, how their lives doing. Hope everybody's lives are doing well and everybody's in good health and staying safe and all that good stuff. Let's see how many days away are we from Christmas, even though I hate Christmas. And anybody who knows me knows why I do not like Christmas time. I had a, yeah, I have my reasons. Just put it that way. Just put it that way. But all in all, let's see. I have no drop frames so far. We're doing clear. We got a nice, well, we got a very consistent bandwidth. Pulling a heavy 1400 kbps. Nice, very nice, very smooth. So we're doing good there. Just hoping everybody's doing a good, enjoying themselves, getting ready for the big holiday. Yeah, I hate holidays. Coach Edson, what's up, Coach? Been a while, been a while. So what are you up there, Coach Man? Coach Meister? The Coach-a-rama? The Coach of Licking Long? I don't know why I got anything else. I'm doing all right, can't complain. Enjoying the retired life, or well, technically not, I'm not won't be retired till January of 2024, but semi-retired life. So getting used to it. I'm on break, staying up late because I can. There you go. Hell yeah, bro. Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. Think I'll sit here and just chat with the folks come in. That's cool. Usually I'm doing these so late at night, like game live, so late. Nobody ever shows up. It's all good. People got their lives. I know they want to watch it later. They'll go back and watch it later. Figure I'd do a couple of these because that way my woman, she can watch these on her time off from work. So give her something to do. So that's cool. Staying up late because I can. Yeah, same here. Same here. Sitting here kind of working on a video and was done editing the video. Put a quick poll up real quick and I figured I'd just go live real fast. Just BS. See how people are doing. Talk with the folks. Ask them how their lives are going. And yes, I'm still alive. Even though there are rumors floating around that I'm all these different people's alts and I've got hundreds of alts and I go around and I screw with people in their live streams and all this stuff. It's like, guys, don't you understand? I left that crap 2 years ago for a reason. You know, when you talk about the same stuff every night, you complain about the same people every night, and you obsess with what these people have to say. I mean, as soon as you get up, the first thing you got to do is go watch and see what they said. If they said anything, one word about you, you're going to go on your channel and rant about it for 3 hours straight. It's like, don't you think you might be the obsessive one here? I mean, am I wrong to think like this, Coach? You tell me, am I wrong to think like that? I mean, if I got a problem with somebody, I'm just going to click a block button. I never have to see anything they say. I don't have to watch anything they've ever posted. I block them and my life is great. You know? I want to live my life, spend time with my family, I try to spend every waking moment I can with my woman. So I do. In between that, I work on my RCs every now and then, eh, put out a video now and then. That's just me. Just me. I just think it's strange when people do that. It's like, man, these people complain, oh, this person did this and this and this and this and this. It's like, well, if they did that, why don't you just block them, man? Just, you know. Yeah, I mean, if somebody hates me, okay. Like, say you tell me right now, something, Angry Yank, I hate you. Be like, hey, I don't know why you hate me, but hey, you have the right to hate me. I'm not going to judge you for it. You got a reason for it? That's cool. More power to you. But they sit there and continue to harass me. Like, say they come in and start harassing me. I'll probably poke fun at them, laugh at them a little bit. I'll leave them around if they want to troll. If trolls come around, I let them play. That's the way I am. If a troll comes in, I'll just play with them a little bit. Because I've been called everything in the book. It doesn't bother me. You know. You got to have thick skin for things. Because a lot of the stuff I see, and the main reason I left so many different lives from back in the day is just it's the same petty, immature, childish crap. It's just so repetitive. It's like if you put 10% of that time you put into spending 4, 5, 6 hour life into bitching and whining about who said this about you now, and this person said this about your mom and your cousin, this person kicked your dog, and this person humped your mom. It's like, take 10% of the effort you're putting into complaining about these people all the time, day in and day out, and put it into something into your channel to make your channel unique. Do some gaming, do some live stuff, talk about the weather, talk about people, talk about events going on in the world. Do something. You know? I can't figure that out. But that's just me. I like to just be chill and relax. You know? Because life's too damn short to spend every waking hour you got to wake up. I mean, these people they must be obsessed because I sat there and watched it for maybe a week or two. I didn't go to anybody's lives. I would just go to their channel just to see what the title of their next video or their last live was. They'd say, oh, so and so said this about me again. And I'm like, and? You did 4 hour, 4.5 hour live complaining about it? Can't you just block the person, get on with your life, talk about it for maybe 5 minutes, then spend 3 hours and 45 minutes talking about other stuff? Cool stuff? I mean, come on. Exactly. You never know when it's going to end. I want to try to live my life the best I can, spending as much time as I can with my woman, try to have fun with people, try to come on here and relax, just shoot the shit and have fun with people, you know? Because we're only on this spinning blue marble for a super short period. And that's it, you're gone. And what do you get when you leave? Nothing. The only thing you can take with you when you die is love and memories. That's it. You think all the stuff that's sitting behind me, all these RCs, all my computers, all the stuff that I think I'm going to be able to take all this with me? No. I know that. That's why if something ever did happen to me, all this stuff would be sold off and the money goes to my family. Because I took care of all this stuff years ago. But come on, guys. Try to put as many good memories in your mind as you can. If you spend every one of your lives you do on this YouTube, just complaining and pissing and moaning about people are going to see you as a negative person. Just come on here and relax and have fun, have a good time. Do you want to be remembered after you do end up kicking the bucket, falling over dead, as being that bitter person that all I did was bitch and moan and piss and whine about everything and about everybody? Or do you want to be the one that says, well, I thought he was kind of a jackass, but then I went and started listening to the guy, started hanging out with the guy. He's actually kind of cool. And he had good things to say, and he actually had a little bit of intellect in his mind. And he used it to his advantage. That's what I want to be remembered as, That's what I do with my life. Good things. I want to watch, you know, watch my friends and see what they're doing and go out and hang out with my homies when I got time. Go shoot pool. Heck, just a couple nights ago, I was out shooting pool with the guys. That's what it's about. The good times, man. The good times. It's all you need. So remember that, folks. Material things mean nothing, man. They don't mean a damn thing. You don't take them with you in the end. You can only take two things with you, and this in your body takes a shit and you're gone. There's only two things you can take with you. Three, technically. Your spirit, your memories, and love. That's it. Everything you own, it's gone. All the money you've ever accumulated in your life, it's gone. Leave a memory. Leave an imprint on the world. Show the world that you were here. Show the world you did something good. Show the world you try to live above the hate, above the hatred, above the anger. You know, when I was younger, yeah, I'm going to admit it. I'll admit it. When I was younger, I was kind of dumb. You know, we all were when we were young. As you get older, you learn things. Took me a little while to realize that. And when I found out that that's what I need to do with my life, that's what I did. Changed my life. I spent quite a few good years with my folks, both my folks before they passed. So I got good memories with them before they left. Now they're gone. Now I got my own family. So I'm spending all the time I can with them. Any waking moment I can get with them, I will. Just, it's what it's about, people. It's what it's about. Don't let that anger and hatred fill you up. Just going to make you mean and bitter. There's no reason to be mean and bitter, especially this day and age. There's too much hatred and bitterness and meanness going on around here. This is a time when everyone in the world needs to help one another. Help your neighbors, help your friends. Hell, even in the building I live in, there's all kinds of folks that come in and out of this building. All my neighbors. They need help carrying in their groceries. Help them carry in their groceries. If they need help with, I don't know, helping pick up their laundry and take it back to their place, I'll help them. If they're outside getting groceries out of their car, I'll go out and give them a hand. That's what it's about. Be kind. It doesn't cost you a penny to be kind. But how much is it costing you to spend hours and hours and hours and hours online bitching and complaining and whining and screaming about people? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money for all the effort you're putting in, all the equipment you're using to do it. It's like, come on, man. Do people honestly need views that badly? I would rather be myself and only have 5 people watch me than become a persona or be a character online, play some kind of stupid character and act like a weirdo or whatever, just for shits and giggles, for shock value, whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't do that. I'd rather have those 5 good people that I can just sit back and relax with than be a complete jackwagon to hundreds of people. To sit there and go, I wonder what kind of crap he's going to say today. People are going to look at you like you're an asshat. Come on, man. Live your life, people. Life's too short. Way too short. It's over in a blink of an eye. I want to be able to know that if I went to sleep tonight, and tonight was my last night on this earth, and I didn't wake up tomorrow, there's at least going to be a few people going to miss me. Going to be a few people out there that are going to miss me. They're going to know. They're going to remember me the rest of their life. There might be quite a few people that don't like me, but I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. They don't like me. They don't like me. Because there's only certain people whose opinions matter to me. You know? Oh, that's very true, Coach. Very true. I'm here to escape real life too, but I'm not going to act like a jackwagon for views. I'd just rather be me. I mean, what's the point of being an actor? I mean, if you want to be an actor, go to acting school. Go try out for a TV show or commercial or TV or a movie or something if you want to be an actor. I mean, come on, folks. You think the odds of you becoming an actor by being on YouTube? You know what the odds of that is? Like 1 in 450 million. I want people to come back here and BS with me because they like to. Because maybe they agree with some of the things that I agree about. Maybe they think the same things that I do. It's just crazy these days, man. It is. And I think my video, how long is my new video anyway? We'll go look. It's right here. How long is that video? A little over 10 minutes. So with my intro and outro, I should be able to get that in 15 minutes. Probably a 14-minute video. 5 gigs so far just from the video. I got to add the audio to it too. So we got to upload that later. So we'll work on that. And I know there's some folks who, like you say, come here to escape their real life, but they're the people who do it for the right reasons, and there's people that come on here and they do it for the wrong reasons. I try to come on here to associate with the folks who are on here to escape their real life for the right reasons. You know, they don't want to, they're sick of all the horrific, horrible crap on the news and all the government crap and all this crap and all the war stuff. And they just want to get away from reality. They go watch a video of somebody from Poland or Hungary or Sweden or Japan walking through the streets, just getting a release from life for a little short while. That's cool. I can understand that. So that's what I watch every now and then. I'll watch like videos, folks doing like motorcycle riding through the hills in Europe, or another channel I watch of a guy that literally just walks around all different cities all over Japan. It doesn't say a single solitary word. He just walks the streets. I agree. There are some people that are fun to meet. There are a few. Unfortunately, those are kind of slim and few and far between. But I hope the ones that do like hanging out come back. Because I've seen Coach come. I've seen you come here more than once. You pop in now and then. I figure most of the times when I'm doing my stuff, you're probably busy, work or something else, which is understandable. No, I'm not being rude. I'm just stirring my hot chocolate because I'm enjoying something to drink. So I think I'll be uploading my new video tonight to YouTube. And I got some brand new audio, some music files that I can dub into it, edit into it. So if I do that tonight, there you go. That was the same way, but I used to work nights, so I had graveyard shifts. I'd work all night till I'd work from like 9, 10 in the morning, or 9, 10 at night till 8 or 6 in the morning. Sometimes I would work from midnight to 8, then crash. So I got my new RC video. There's this myth going around the RC community of this one specific RC truck. They said if you put portals on it, you have to re-gear the transmission. You have to put a slipper clutch on it, or you will destroy the truck. You will destroy it. It's like, no, you won't. And everybody said you can't do it. It's impossible. And I proved it. There is a set of portal axles, aftermarket portal axles for this specific truck that you can put on it, and you have to do absolutely no re-gearing to that vehicle at all. Just bolt the axles on and drive it. And that video will be released. Well, if I work on it this week, I might have it out by Friday. We're supposed to have another really bad cold snap coming through again. We're going to be in the negatives again. We've been in the negatives 4 times already this year, this winter. The winter's barely even started. We have been below zero 4 times already. We've had over 27 inches of snow here, total, from all these storms we've gone through. We've had 7 snowstorms in my area already. Usually, like the last couple winters, we've only had maybe 2 snowstorms, maybe 3. But we had the cold, on top of that, but not very much moisture. We've had a ton of moisture this year. It's crazy. So I don't know if I'll be working on Thursday or Friday on that video because it's going to be kind of nippy. I'm getting old. My arthritis flares up when it gets really, really cold. I don't know. We'll see. No promises it'll be out by Friday, but I'll try. Because what day is today? Yeah, it's now Tuesday. So if I upload it tonight while I'm in my bunk, it'll be uploaded by the time I get up. It'll be done. Take it with a little bit today. Maybe finish it up on Wednesday. Probably get it out Wednesday. Because Wednesday night it's going to go from 39 for a high Wednesday to negative 24 for an overnight low. Then it's supposed to be negative 3 for a high Thursday. It's supposed to be 1 degree on Friday. Then back up to 30 Saturday. And then almost 40 on Christmas. Insane. Crazy, bro. I don't know what to think about the weather. It's just nuts, man. But I'm not cussing about it. I'm kind of glad we're getting moisture. The whole country needs it. I mean, the mountains and the Midwest have had like literally no moisture the last couple 3 years. We've had some storms, but not much moisture accumulation. Just basically cold and wind. Nothing really to help the farmers and ranchers out. So far this year, if we keep up this moisture, this coming spring for planting season, I think the farmers will be doing pretty good. Should be getting some pretty good crop yields around here. There's a hell of a lot of farmers just about an hour, well, a little over an hour, about an hour and a half east of me. It's where all the farmlands start coming up. You get over the border into Colorado. And I know a piss ton of farmers, shit tons of ranchers. So, hey, I got 2 viewers. See right there? 2 concurrent viewers. Oh, well, 1 now. Damn. I had 2 for a minute. But I got 2 likes. Hell yeah, brother. 2 likes is cool. I'll take it. It's better than negative. So how's the weather been on your side of the world there, Coach? Getting moisture? Hope you're getting some moisture. Ah, okay. I heard you. The very end of that real slow moving cold front that dumped that piss ton of snow on us 4 or 5 days ago is creeping that way. I heard it was supposed to go all the way down to Texas. But hey, you guys have moisture, so that's good. That's a good thing. I know the Midwest has been needing it so bad. Moisture for all those crops. Because the crops have been getting kind of hammered the last few years. And according to what the predictions are, and Almanac has been saying that there should be enough moisture this year that we should have just a small drought this spring. If not, we might be able to actually just get out of the drought, but barely. But I'm not holding my breath, to be honest. I'm not going to hold my breath. I forgot you were down in Houston. Last time I was down in Houston, when I got deployed down there for Harvey. That was not cool, man. That was not cool. Supposed to do an 8-hour shift when we landed at Laughlin and then flew from Laughlin over to Houston. And we started doing search and rescue. We were supposed to only be doing an 8-hour shift. The next crew would take the boat out for 8 hours. Then between shifts, they'd refuel the boats and take the boats back out and all the equipment back out to go and do more rescuing. It used to be 3 shifts, 8 hours apiece. As soon as we landed, we got put to work, and we went. It seemed like every single time we would dump off the boat, we'd hear on the radio, "Hey, there's more people over here need to get but on top of this roof. Oh, there's this apartment building. Oh, there's a semi truck with like 10 people on it." We kept going out, kept going out, kept going out before we knew it, we were out there for 16, 17 hours. It was crazy. Then finally we got back, and man, I was soaked from head to toe. That was the longest week and a half. It was a long week and a half. When we got there, everything was underwater. When we left, the water was receding. Some parts were still kind of flooded out, but all those neighborhoods that we were driving those boats right down the middle of the street, and that water was almost 10 feet deep. All you could see is these people's houses with all the doors open, all the windows open, all the sheetrock and all the crap on their walls being ripped out, all their furniture pulled out. Everything they owned was destroyed in this. And there's just see every single house, block after block after block, for a mile and a half, 2 mile long block of houses. Just piles of rubble in front of every single house. Dressers, beds, refrigerators, appliances, clothing. It was it was crazy, bro. It was insane. The trees still had like crap hanging out of them, clothes hanging out of them, toys hanging out of them, bicycles. Hell, one tree had a freaking, I think it was a kayak or a canoe stuck in it still. Oh man, I felt sorry for those poor folks. Insane. And the hotel they put us in, they had the whole hotel was taken over by search and rescue. They had Air Force guys in there. They had us in there. The auxiliary of the Air Force was there, which what I do. They had FEMA guys in there, and they had guardsmen. All of us. We had 4 different government agencies there in that hotel taking the whole thing. Our floor was in the middle of the hotel. We had a back balcony. So when I got done with my shift, I'd peel off my uniform, flick it in the wash, go take a quick shower, put on my civvies, watch a little TV. But then I'd go out and sit on the back balcony, the little. It wasn't a very big balcony. It's big enough for you to stand on. And I just go out in the balcony. I could see literally from the balcony. We could see that one chemical plant that was on fire for like 5 days. was burning like a mile and a half away. You could see the very edge of the plant with the flames still coming off of it. Just kept burning and burning and burning. It burned for days, days on end. I think it was a couple days before we left. I think it was 2 days before we left. They finally got that fire out, that chemical plant. I don't know what the hell they made in that plant, but it must have been pretty volatile chemicals because it burnt for a good while. But it was interesting. One of the most, I'd say it was probably one of our more challenging logistics deployments we went on. At least I didn't mind it. It was a long one, but it was fun. I got to meet some good guys. Got to help a few folks. Man, seeing this, how different things was. We got there when our water was 10 feet deep, almost all the way to the top of the roof in some of those neighborhoods. Other neighborhoods was filled all the way up to the gutters. Some houses were barely, you could barely see them, poking the very top of the roof, poking through the water. And then some houses you could see most of it. Most of the house, you could see most of the roof. You could see just a little bit of the wall left. It was like 8 feet deep in some spots. It was crazy. And there's some of those low spots by the highway, all those cars are trapped. They had people on top of semis. I'm talking big ass pickup trucks. We were pulling them off their cars, off of semis, off of light poles, out of trees, off the roofs. All them poor dogs and cats. I don't know how many stray dogs and cats were just swimming through the water trying to get away, trying to find some place to get out of the water. We were just scooping them up and tossing them in the boat. So anytime we found an animal that didn't have a collar, like a tag, so we didn't know whose animal it was, we took it to a specific spot that was taken to a shelter that would take a picture of the animal, and then they would put it on a board, and all the people that got sheltered out, all the pictures of the pet were sent to every shelter, so they could help relocate the animal back to its owner. The ones that did had owners, we had to take our cell phones, take a picture of the animal's tag on their collar, take a picture of it, drop off the animal, and then give the center, the drop off center where we drop the animal off, we would give them a picture of the tag, their animal tag collar, so they could be relocated pretty quickly. So, no, you don't got to thank me, bro. That was my job. It's what I do. It's what I've been doing for '04 till you know, 24, almost 20 years. It's only been the last couple, 3 months of it. They stuck me in the deactive reserves now. I'm just going to ride out the last year of my contract doing nothing. I still can get called in if something really major goes down. They might call me in for that, or they have a lack of instructors. They might need an instructor to come in to teach a class or two. I could volunteer and come in for that if I need to. Otherwise, than that, I'm basically retired. So, but no, you never have to thank me, man. It was when I raised my right hand and I took that oath. I knew it came with it. I knew it came with it. I got sent to some places that were not cool. That's for sure. Whew, tough. But I wouldn't give it up for nothing. I wouldn't change it for nothing. Some of the best years of my life. But like I tell anybody, I say, hey, thank you, or thank you for helping, or thanks for serving, and so I just tell them, there's no need to thank me. I said, your support and appreciation is enough thanks for me. You know, We don't hear that all the time. Most of the time, we have people panicking, freaking out. Help us! Help us! So we help them, and they're freaked out, and you don't ever see them again. Some of those folks, some of them are actually pretty grateful, and they recognize. Like when we were going down that street in our trucks, because we actually flew in by helicopter when we drove back out. When we drove back out, we were in three different Suburbans because we had the windows rolled down, and we were just looking out the windows, going, "Wow, look at all these piles of stuff on these. Every single house has got a 12-foot tall pile of. Look at all this stuff. These people have nothing left." And we're going. Some of those people actually, a few of them, recognize us. They're waving at us, and some were coming up, running up to us, and saying, "Oh, thank you so much for helping. Would you like something to eat? We got a couple extra sandwiches." Like, no, no, you guys. What can we? It's like, no. I said we actually have some spare supplies left from when we were. We got extra Gatorade, we got extra water in the back, we got extra like snack packs and shit. We were giving stuff away on our way out, but it was cool. The Fire Dude, Knight Rider. What's up, man? How's it going? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. The Knight Rider. Every time I see that name, I always think about the guy that on what do they call his ass? Was he called the Knight Rider in that movie? Remember Mad Max, the second one, after he flipped out and was on the road? No, it was the first. Excuse me, it was Mad Max, the first one, before he went insane after they killed his family at the very end of the first one. When he was patrolling in the cop interceptor, and they were chasing that one dude in the all black car, and he was going, "I'm the Messiah, I'm the Knight Rider," and his woman's in the seat right next to him and egging him on the whole time. And he's out running the cops thinking he's all that. Then all of a sudden, this super souped up cop car comes up behind him, rear ends him, and he starts freaking out, loses his mind, and then crashes the car. And I was like, whoa. I think he was called the Knight Rider, wasn't he? It had to have been the Knight Rider. God, I hate that when don't you hate that when you remember the movie, you remember the line, you can't remember the exact word he used? Oh, dude, this sucks, man. I can't remember. He was on that CB the whole time, the emergency radio, and all the cops in the cars were listening to him. He was screaming it out loud. "I'm the fueling ticket. No one can get me. Ha ha ha! I'm the Knight Rider." And he's like, going like $100, $40, $50, clicking down the road. All the cop cars are being left behind, and this one speeds up and catches him, and he freaks out. He wrecks the car and killed his girl. He got arrested and got sent to jail. Because at the end, they were speeding, coming into this town. They were on the open highway, and he came up over the hill, and there was a freaking camper car pulling a camper trailer, and he hit that camper trailer, dude, and flipped his car and rolled that thing like 40 times. His girl was dead, hanging out the window, and he was all messed up and jacked up. They got him handcuffed, threw him in the cop car. CB handle, huh? That's cool. That's cool. I only had one CB handle back in the day, but that was back when I drove a Golden Hook. When I was younger, when I was a kid, and I drove a Golden Hook tow truck, hauling semi trucks that broke down on the side of the road, or semis that were stuck in the ditch, or anything else. Stay away from scammers this holiday season by getting to know the most common scams. Really? Remember, tech support will never contact you asking you for your contact information. Really? Do people really fall for people sending them an email saying they're Amazon tech support? Come on, folks. Came over that back in 81. Okay. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, mine was haywire. So, because everything always went haywire. Didn't matter what job I picked up, it always went a little haywire. I think one of the worst ones we found was when they were, whew, wow, middle of January, no, third week of January, and a RTD bus down in Denver was doing the RTD parking rides. Basically, RTD parking rides is basically where all the people that live in the suburbs will drive to the outskirts of the city, park their car in the morning, take the public transportation, the buses, for the parking ride into the city for work. And then at the end of their shift, they would come back in, and the buses would go from like 5. And I think the last bus that would pull in would be like midnight, 1 o'clock would be the last call. I think the 1 o'clock bus was the last one. And yeah, we got a call saying, "Oh, we got a." They're like, "Yeah, we got this one bus that needs to be pulled off the side of the road." And I'm like, "Bus needs to be pulled off the side of the road? What?" Like, okay, and I was only about 20 miles away. It wasn't too far away. Got done dropping off one of my trucks because that one was only a empty flatbed, Peterbilt with an empty flatbed on it. Backed it into the yard, dropped it, and next thing you know, I got a radio saying there's another accident. They told me right where it was, so I came up, was on the other side of the highway. I looked out, and said, "Whoa, that doesn't look good." Went up over the highway and took the on ramp. This bus was dropping off a load of people, empty bus, was getting back onto the interstate, got up to about highway speed, hit just a little bit of ice on the highway because it's just barely freezing. Hit some black ice, the bus slid sideways, and a semi came in and smashed right into the side of that bus, right in the middle of the bus. Wrapped that entire bus all the way around the tractor. The top of the bus went straight through the windshield, and the guy is in the driver's seat. Well, it wasn't pretty. We had to cut the bus into 4 sections and then pull it off with booms. We had to chain part of the bus to one wrecker on one side of the road. The other wrecker was on the other side of the road. We had torches out, cutting the frame of the bus, then using our winches to pull chunks of the bus off the semi. It took us 3 hours to cut that semi and that bus apart. And the roof of that bus went through the windshield, peeled the roof of the cab. Basically, the cab of the semi went up over the top of the roof and was laid flat on top of the roof of the bus. And it went all the way through the cab, and the top of the bus ended halfway into the sleeper. So, yeah, it wasn't pretty. And we got the 4 chunks of the bus cut apart. Finally got all the bus parts dragged to the side of the road. They were picked up by winch trucks and cranes, put onto a flatbed. Those were all hauled off. And then I had to, yeah, drag what was left of the truck. I had to pick it up by the front end. Both front tires flat. Had to jack that sucker up, put it up on forks, rack that thing, drag it all the way back to the yard. I had to use 6 tie-down straps to tie down what was left of the roof to the stacks. The stack covers, the exhaust covers. Heat shields on the exhaust. They had the little holes in them. So I had to use that for the hooks, and I had to put straps over what was left of the roof of the rig. Because after we finally got the 2 peeled apart, they brought the morgue in. The morgue took the truck driver out. The pieces of the truck driver, I should say, were put in. He was hauled out. CAP, or the Colorado Highway Patrol, came by, did their investigation, took a bunch of pictures. At the end is when I was able to take the truck away. So I had to wait a little while, pick up my load. We used our winches on our tow trucks to help lift the truck parts of the bus onto the flatbed that came in. So it's the same flatbed truck. You had to make 2 loads. 2 pieces of the bus in one load, and the other 2 pieces of the bus in the second load. Then I had to wait another hour, about an hour and a half, for the Highway Patrol to finish their investigation, take all their pictures, get the reports, and then, yeah, they cleared us and said, okay, you're free to take a truck. That poor truck, it was a nice looking truck, too. It was a nice looking semi. That poor bastard, he ate it. To think what went through that man's mind when he hit that bus. Ugh. Yeah, not pretty, man. Not pretty at all. So, yeah, that was a good job. I didn't mind that one. One of the most challenging ones we ever did was pulling a loaded, still loaded, full of liquid propane, a propane tanker truck going down I-70. Went through the Eisenhower Pass. Lost his brakes, tried to make it to an on-ramp or a runaway ramp. Missed the runaway ramp, went up over the runaway ramp, over the hill, hit the highway on the other side of the hill, almost got control of it again. Truck skidded, hit the guardrail, and went over the damn edge. Crazy. Yeah, I might be around. Tell your girl I said hello. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Poor coach. He's probably like, this guy never shuts up. Oh, it is 0120. Can finally take my meds. That was a very challenging one on that one, though. Whew. How that rig went up that runaway ramp, missed it, went up over the hill, went all the way down the hill, landed back on the highway. Look, you can see the skid marks where he was trying it, where the trail was starting to sway. It's like maybe it looked like he almost had it. Then he must have hit some more ice, and it just literally went right to the guardrail and went down that cliff and just rolled. Every single tree, the whole width of that tractor, from the front of the tractor to the end of the trailer, every tree on the side of that mountain going down that drop off. I was like 300 feet down. Every single tree was snapped off. It had just enough momentum. The trees were just barely slowing it down. It was probably going about 30, 40 mile an hour when it hit the bottom. It was slowing down from all the trees it was snapping off as it was rolling down the mountain. It took 4 wreckers, 4 big ass wreckers, and it took us almost 4 hours to get that rig out of the bottom of that creek. But technically, it's the river because the river runs along the highway there. But during the winter times, the water's really, really low, and it's more like a creek bed. Just a bunch of jagged rocks and ice, and not fun. And we had to hook up to that sucker, and we had to creep it up. We had 2 wreckers on the trail. We had 2 wreckers on a trailer, and then a third one guiding the trailer. And we had the wrecker was on the tractor, and it was hooked right between the fuel tanks. I think we had 10 straps on that tractor. That was hooked on the 4th truck, and we had to all work in unison. All 4 truck drivers. We're all on our radios, just creeping it up a little bit at a time. Bring it up about 10, 15 feet, stop. And had guys with binoculars and guys on the radios. They were walking right up. They were walking up the hill. They were plenty far away from the truck, so if the cables broke or the straps broke, they wouldn't get hurt. But they were eyeballing it for us, telling us if the tractor was too low or the trailer was too high, they'd let us know so we know which guy had to take a little bit of slack out. And we had to pick it up real slow and just literally drag it all the way back up the side of that mountain. Basically, all I was really left was just a little bit of the cab, the frame and engine of the tractor, and just the trailer. How the trailer still stayed connected to that thing, I have no idea how the hell it still stayed connected. The axles were destroyed, the tires were gone. The thing had some massive, huge dents in it, but it did not puncture the tank, which was a miracle. Because liquid propane, yeah, you have to take extra precautions for flammable and explosive materials. So we had to take extra time getting that up, very slowly. We got it back up on the highway and they pulled it off. That one had to be hauled away on flatbeds. They had to bring a hazmat team in to build a custom cradle on a flatbed. We had to roll the tanker trailer upside down, axles up, what was left of the axles up. They had to put it on the trailer upside down. And they had to build a custom cradle out of I-beams and wood. Strap it down with chains and straps. Then they got the trailer out first. That driver was a lucky mofo. The last second before he went over that edge of that road, he jumped out. Jumped out of the cab. What must have went through that poor bastard's mind? Ooh, boy. You lose your brakes. You went all the way up a runaway ramp. Went up over the runaway ramp. Up over the hill, down the next hill. Hit the highway again. And at the last second when he saw the guardrail coming up, the guy just jumps out. He's lucky he didn't get hit by a car. First thing I asked him, I said, "Did you get hit by a car, bro? I mean, you jumped out?" He's like, "Oh, no, I jumped out at the last second, man. Holy shit." He was all messed up when we got there. Can't blame the guy. Poor feller. That was a wild one. And then most of my Golden Hook career, just boring stuff. Just same thing. Broken down semi on the side of the highway. Hood up, blowing out freaking water pump or chucked a rod or whatever. The truck was disabled and just close the hood. Truck driver gets in your cab and go out and hook up to this axle and pull him up, chain him down, lift him up, disconnect his drive line from his tractor. Takes a little bit of work. So tie the drive line, tie it up out of the way so it doesn't go slapping around and slapping against the frame and cutting the airlines all to hell. So. And some trucks would go to a yard, some trucks would go to a dealership, some trucks would go to a repair shop. Some of those trucks would go right back to where the owner was. Some of those truck drivers were private, semis were private owned. Like, could you take it to my house? I was like, hey, bro, you called me, man. You tell me where you want me to take it. Basically how it was. So, got to see some really, really nice semis doing that job. Got to see some really nasty wrecks, too. Then every once in a blue moon, they'd say, okay, can you take a flatbed out? And pick up, like, pickups, cars. I didn't like doing those. Seemed like those people seemed like the more hectic ones were the very few times that I did actually drive that flatbed. Picking up, like, cars and pickups and stuff. Mainly it was picking up drunks and drug addicts, crazy people. Screaming at you, "You're gonna scratch my car over, I'll fucking shoot you." Calm down, I'm trying to help you here. Would you like to walk home, or would you like me to just leave your freaking car here and you can piss off and I'll leave? I'm getting paid either way. I don't really care, That's what I used to tell them when they started getting out of line. I was like, I'm getting paid either way. You can either be cool to me and I'll get you out of here, and I'll take your car to wherever you need it to be taken to, or you can be a dick, and I'll just drop your car right here, get back in my truck, and leave you here. I'll get you fired if you do. Go right ahead. I don't care. Who do you think my boss is going to believe? You or me? So, I only had a couple of those, though. It wasn't that bad. Just some very weird, strange people. Most of the truck drivers are actually pretty nice. I think maybe only one or two was, you know, kind of odd or maybe a little mean to you. The rest of them are, most of those guys, just normal guys, man. Polite as hell, going, appreciate you picking me up. It's like, that's what I do, bro. Hey, how long is it going to take? I said, I should be done in about 20 minutes. So just crawl up in my cab there, man. I got some hot coffee in a thermos there. And I got an extra cup. Just pour yourself a cup of hot coffee if you want. And there's a thing of snacks on top of the dash if you want something to eat. So grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a coffee. I'll be back in about 20 minutes. Get her all chained down, get her lifted up, tie up the drive line, unlock the brakes, hook up our lights to our pigtail to his truck. So they can use our turn signals will work with his trailer, vice versa. It was a good job. I like that one. It was fun. Got to meet some good people. Like one of my really good friends I've been with, well, ever since I started working there, I became good friends, and we're still really good friends. He's retired now, and shit, last I talked to him, he moved. Where did he move to? Where did he move to? Somewhere back east. I got to talk to his cousin. His cousin would know exactly where he's at. His cousin's one of my really good friends. Her and I used to hang out all the damn time. She used to go by and drop him off food. She'd sit there and BS with me if I wasn't doing anything in the office. She used to go on ride-alongs with him now and then in the truck. So, what's your best job there, Coach Man? Your best job, I should say, or the one you enjoyed the most? I've had a few. Golden hook driver and a welder. That was my two best jobs. Welding's just a lot of hard work. Long hours. Really long hours. You don't get paid by the hour of the welder, you get paid by the job. So it could be a 2-hour job or it could be a 12-hour job. Being a coach is all you know. Well, there ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. If you're a good coach, then kudos to you, man. Hell yeah. We need coaches in this world too, my friend. We need coaches, we need teachers, we need shit, everybody. Everybody helps this world keep going. We all keep the world spinning, brother. We all keep the world spinning. We got the mothers and the fathers at home. Mothers taking care of the kids. We got the homemakers. We got the mail people. We got truck drivers. We got, you know, utility folks and teachers and coaches, and it's all good. I'll give teachers and coaches one thing, man. You got to have a lot of patience to be a coach or a teacher. That's for sure. I usually have quite a bit of patience, but I don't know. I guess I really didn't know enough about a specific sport, I guess, to be a coach. I don't know. So how long you been doing the coach gig there, coach? I've been doing it all of my life. I'm an old man. I've been doing this for 50,000 years. Oh, man, my R key and my keyboard, the paint is flaking off. Man, really? That's a bummer. Got to call Asus and get a replacement keycap set for this keyboard. Wow, so it's 1994, man. Hell yeah, man. That's a good stint you're doing there, brother. Damn, that's 28 years. Hell yeah. Must be damn good at your job. You've been doing it for 28 years. But I bet you could say, I bet you got more than one story you could tell. That's for sure. 28 years though, man. I'll give you your props, man. That takes dedication. I think anybody who puts in, let's say, if you put in more than 10 years into a job, you know, that's dedication. I mean, you got to like what you do to do it for 10 years or more. 10, 20, 30 years. You must really like that job. And I'm not being rude. I'm trying to find my black Sharpie. There it is. Because my black keycap on my letter R, my keyboard the paint just chipped off. But I got a black Sharpie right there. Yeah. We're going to fix it. I'm going to fill that little light spot in with black Sharpie. Because I don't, that stupid light's going to shine through at nighttime and drive me insane. And that'll get me by until I can buy a new one. So I believe I can still get keycaps for this. I wonder if they do. Yeah, I'm going to sit here and jabber as I go look at this. Okay. Asus ROG Claymore keycaps. No. Screw eBay. Because eBay, all they do is screw you. I don't want to buy a whole new keyboard. That would suck. But they do got the ROG Claymore 3, I believe that do. The brand new one. I have the original. It's a nice one. Here we are, ROG Gaming keycap set. Is that for the Claymore though? Aha, gaming keycap set. There we go. From Asus. Come on, Asus. Oh, these are the new ones with the textured side lit keys. With the letters are actually on the sides instead of on the top. That's kind of cool. That would be kind of neat. So this keyboard's too old. I don't think they make this key set anymore. Yeah. Oh well. Another day. Don't want to be too rude and sit here and look at stuff this whole time. Then I'm being live. That's just being rude. I don't want to be rude, bro. I don't want to be rude. Who knows? I might even get the brand new Claymore, the new ROG Claymore keyboard. Lord knows I put a butt ton of hours in this poor little keyboard. From work and then gaming, if this keyboard could talk, it would say, "You know what this poor guy has done to me over all these years? He's abused me. I want to press charges. Once that black coating peels off, that's it. Those keep flaking and flaking and it'll all come off and it'll look like crap. Well, I do got some black spray paint. Probably put a little tiny piece of tape right over the top of the letter what the R is, the backlighted part, and then just spray paint the rest of it. That might work. I don't know. We'll figure it out.